The Elves of Middle-earth are legendary for their ethereal beauty, pointed ears, and remarkably smooth, ageless faces. In a world where dwarves take immense pride in their majestic floor-length beards, and where Tolkien even noted that dwarf women possess them as well, the complete lack of facial hair among iconic elf lords like Elrond, Thranduil, or Legolas seems like a mystery. However, according to Tolkien's detailed notes in The Nature of Middle-earth, this isn't just a grooming preference or a lack of testosterone. It is actually a deeply rooted biological trait tied to their immortal life cycles. Tolkien explains that elves go through 3 distinct stages of life. The first is their youth or adolescence, which surprisingly lasts until they are roughly 100 years old. Following this, they enter their second stage, a period of mature adulthood that can last for thousands of years. Because elves do not age physically in the way humans do, they never develop wrinkles, gray hair, or frail skin. They remain in this prime state for nearly their entire existence. The secret to an elf growing a beard lies in reaching the incredibly rare third cycle of life. This stage is only achieved by those who have lived for an unimaginable length of time, far beyond the age of the high elves we typically see in the films. Since elves are immortal, but can still be killed by violence or extreme grief, the vast majority of them never actually make it to the end of their second stage. They either perish in the many wars of Middle-earth or choose to sail away to the Undying Lands before their third cycle begins. Círdan the shipwright is the most famous exception to this rule. Having lived since the very awakening of the elves at Cuivianen, he is one of the oldest beings in Middle-earth. By the time of the War of the Ring, he had finally entered his third life cycle, which is why he is described as having a long white beard, a visual symbol of his ancient wisdom. The only other known exception was Martan, the father-in-law of the legendary Fëanor. Martan was a rare biological anomaly who managed to grow a beard while still in his second stage of life, a trait Tolkien described as an exceptionally unusual freak of nature among his kin. Ultimately, elves aren't naturally hairless. They simply live in a state of eternal youth for so long that very few ever reach the ancient milestone required to see a single whisker.